All right, one more time. We did it. We did it. We did it, chat. All right, thank you. Big thanks to Miss Metroid for saving the day there. So, we are 13 minutes in. I will try to get us caught up on this. I was saying before, yes, sound was rudely interrupted. We have Team Shaktool's League game versus Team 3 in the final week of the regular season of Rando League Season 3. Nothing really important in terms of playoff implications, but always good to... Well, I mean, these teams are in the playoffs, so always good to go into playoffs strong. And looks like, yeah, it looks like the seed was kind of slow. I did see the first power bombs were Alpha PVs. Iron Rusty, right now in the Brinstar area location. And finding Space Jump, that's going to combo really well with the Screw Attack. Looks like Ashter is also... Oh, Varisuit here. Okay, well this is a loaded... This is a loaded Brinstar. But yeah, I would assume Alistair would also pick up these items that Rusty is finding. Rusty going out of his way to pick up some miners, checking the Mission Impossible. But yep, Alistair definitely telling his partner, Bunny, where that Varia suit is, and Bunny will make her way over there. Probably be getting, yeah, like I said, those space jump item as well as screw attack here. In terms of bosses, I believe we saw Kraid's Lair, but it was not, fortunately, Vanilla Kraid. It was a Dragon. Not exactly something that can be bought, at least in logic. As it looks like all the runners picking up their items, Burnstar, doing the Varia suit. I would imagine the next step would be to head over to head back to the business center and clear some checks in the Norfair area. In terms of areas, I don't believe they've seen a whole lot else, and it wouldn't really be, I'd say, that efficient to at least try to dive into Meridia suitless, because that takes up a lot of time. Okay, chat saying that they even found the Lower Norfair access as well. That's definitely also in the cards. I mean, I know Aster, even with just 2 E-tanks, having both Space Jump and Screw Attack makes Lower Norfair a lot easier. So we could see some divergence between the runners in that way. Iron Rusty is about to find his Varia suit. Obviously, Zero would be there soon after anyway, so you'd think that they're in the same place. And same for Polar Bear Bunny. They're getting the nice mock ball out of that added Coon's Peeps, which I always like to see. And Azure will be the first to check some Norfair locations. And another E-Tank at Ice. So in terms of Go mode, still lots of areas to be found, but with that charge beam, that's pretty nice. Obviously, you want another beam with it, but technically you won't really need any more ammo here. So it pretty much just is a gravity suit is the big thing we're looking for. Speed or ice won't even be required, since we actually have already seen Dragon, and he's accessible early, so that bot wound hallway is not going to be at least hard required for the progression here. So interestingly, we have a couple of We have a little bit of divergence here. Rusty's gonna go head over to the wrecked ship. I'm not sure whether his team saw the Dragon location, but with that, I mean, with our knowledge, we know that whatever boss is here is defeatable for Rusty. And it looks like Asher is going to head down into Lower Norfair. Okay, so chat saying Team 3 does know this information. If this is Ridley, this fight, unfortunately, yeah, in Wreck Ship, not really a place to farm. So the ammo not looking that great for Ridley. So they would definitely hope that it is a crate or Fantoon here. Yeah, I'm looking at this ammo. This is, I don't think this is enough if it's Ridley. Okay, it's Vanilla Fantoon, which is actually the best case scenario for Iron Rusty here. That's really good to see, especially because all of Wreck Ship will be open right after this boss fight for him. And if Gravity is here, that's obviously going to be the biggest find for Team 3. Also looks like Asher, I believe it was just another E-Tank at the Fireflea's location. For him, we know that it's going to be Kraid or Ridley. It could be either, so looking at Asher's ammo, we'll see if he decides to farm up first. I assume he took a save at the save station. I mean, if he farmed up to max, he would have enough. Yeah, I think he definitely would have enough. I mean, charge me always makes it possible. Okay, no, he didn't save. Well, the Ridley fight would be kind of more manageable. He does have more power bombs. But he definitely needs to farm up. I mean, if he didn't save. So yeah, he's going to use that grapple beam to farm. So, okay. So I guess he definitely intended to go in here and fight, even with the suboptimal ammo. And nice job by Rusty, not taking too much damage. Fantoon's down for him, and he's going to be able to start giving out the info on the ship to his partner, Zero Lane. And in the meantime, we have Zero Lane, as expected, doing the Norfair checks, since those are open, and Bunny's going to be doing the Norfair checks, or at least the upper Norfair checks for her team. First item, oh, and crate found for Astor. That is, I would say, definitely, I mean, he preferred it, you know. Don't really want to see it when you were farming up for Ridley, but, you know, stress-free fight here gets the easy quick kill setup. So far, nothing much at Bubble Mountain. Ooh, and just a reserve tank behind Crate as well. I think we just saw a couple of reserve tanks. Speed booster for Rusty at the Wreck Ship Supers. Already a pretty solid find, because that opens up 2 locations that might have required or very useful items. Also, Zero Lane is not... he's not going to commit to the Bubble Mountain checks just yet. Let's see where he decides to take this. I imagine he'd probably go follow Rusty if he's going to bet on the ship being required. Which, yeah, you know, I don't blame him. You know, if this is a read, already speed booster, pretty important. This could pay off for Team 3 if they both commit to this shift play. Plasma Beam for Bunny. That's pretty nice, given they know where charges. So at least ammo will not be a problem anymore. But of course, Plasma not the progression they completely need. But I think in this case it is relevant enough, given that no other beam has been found yet. And Aster, I'm not sure how the energy works actually, but yeah, gonna take a save at least. And Rusty is going to reset after seeing the wreck ship E-tank item, which was a E-tank. And Polar Bear Bunny, I'm not sure what the portal was to Crocomire. It might have been vanilla, but she will commit to this check. Like I said, you know, Shaktool's game, they've been having a clear strategy to split up and cover as much ground, and Croc paid off today. Always bet on Croc. Is not what I say in Area Rando, but it mattered this seed. That is a very, very important find for Polar Bear Bunny with the gravity suit. And I mean, technically, with the item knowledge, what Aster and Polar Bear Bunny, they know, they could really just leave here. It is by no means required to go to Grapple Beam, and yep, she will do just that. This is technically go mode for items. Since again, given that we know where Dragon is, it's not vanilla, the ice/speed is not going to be required by logic in the seed. And that's actually, that is going to be a pretty tough situation for Team 3, as they're both committing to the ship play, and yes, speed booster is nice, but there's not, I don't know if any other item here is going to be worth it enough to catch up to the lead that Aster and Polar Bear Bunny now have. Ooh, and Aster finding G4, that's actually pretty important too. He can save scum back to the well, his last save over here. That's like one of the most trolliest places to find G4 for sure. So I think he's really happy to actually see that. He can just book it straight out of Lore Norfair. Go directly to Croc, collect his gravity suit, and work on whatever boss is left he needs. And Rusty about to check his attic item locations. We'll see what's over here at the reserve. And it is an X-ray. Not really that useful for Team 3, but I mean, they might pick up both the charge and plasma later. We could see a microwave, because we know where all the pieces are. And Gravity has just an E-tank, so unfortunate for Team 3 here in the attic. I don't imagine Zero will commit. I mean, it is information at least. Like, Rusty relaying what's up in the attic is probably not worth the time. Yeah, and Zero's just leaving. They are realizing that this was unfortunately, well, the speed could be required in their minds, so that is kind of important. But wreck ship, not exactly the play right now. And Asher, of course, going to pick up his plasma beam on the way to Crocomire. While Bunny is going to be, I believe, the first to wreck ship on Shaktool's game. And we'll take down Pantoon, as we know what's there. These are also, with that charge to be available, it's going to be able to dispatch this very, very bright looking croc. That's a color I have mixed feelings about. Picking up his gravity suit. And Zero, meanwhile, he is going to be the first on his squad to head into Lower Norfair, which unfortunately we know is also not the answer in terms of items. But he will be able to take the boss down here, at least. Yeah, chat bringing up a good point. That we know where, or they know where Charge is, and obviously she can access the location easily with the space jump. But it might be just far enough out of their way to where she might just go for charges. However, there is another caveat that, yeah, she's worried about Ridley. I mean, I think the other caveat to that point is how, because there's no ice or speed at the moment, like, I don't imagine they'll pick it up. The ammo is even more compromised, because they would have to kill the Zebs. But yeah, Bunny will find the lesser of the boss possibilities over here. Pantoon should be no problem at all, with tons of ammo and both suits. Zero taking a very smart safety save. Always remember to save before checking this Lower Norfair boss, which we know is just Kraid. This is just a E-tank at Norfair Reserve and decides to pick it up, because you might as well. Master will follow suit. This will be he'll be the first to actually defeat two bosses here. And again, unsurprisingly, I don't know who's making the call, but like I said, I am totally fine with the decision to just go. Like, yes, having speed for sure is nice, but I believe they are the type of. I mean, I know Azur's always the type of player to just go for it once they know they have enough items. And we have 2 boss fights actually. Zero finding his Kraid in Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, Ouster is going to go for the charge plasma damage, which comparable actually, I think, to using Dopplers. Maybe a little weaker than the perfect Doppler, but you know, really easy fight, honestly. It's a clean 3-rounder. Yep, it's only just gonna need one more round here. And Bunny, with the axis actually, to charge him. Yeah, she's gonna just go for it. Much better to just have that charged plasma available than to have to pick up lots of ammo packs. While Zero has dispatched Kraid. And as we know, unfortunately, this is a dead end, at least for now. We'll see if he decides to make the trek to check the other portal also, since we know that is a G4. And of course, Azur is going to book it out of the ship as well. Meanwhile, Rusty has he's gonna be pleased to find what's behind here, behind Crocomire. This is actually interesting timing. Like, the fact that Rusty is going to see this gravity suit right now means that Zero is probably just going to head straight over there. I mean, which is going to be good for them. But on the flip side, this means that Team 3 will probably not know the G4 location for quite a while. Yeah, and Zero's heading straight over, of course. They won't know the G4 location, which could be which could just play even more into Shaktool's digging game's favor. Since I imagine, I mean, again, as you're checking portals to find G4, that's going to take quite a lot of time. If this happens to be the last portal that they check. Azur, meanwhile, was able to recheck Kraid's closet, Kraid E-Tank location, but it was unfortunately just another E-Tank. And yeah, that's the thing. If they're forced to check every location for Team 3, that's just going to spend a lot more time that Shaktool's digging game will not have to spend at all. There's a setup, really nice setup for the quick grapple kill by Bunny. And that's a dead Dragon on her screen. And Azur about to do the same thing. Ooh, Rusty going all the way to grapple and is actually rewarded with the Ice Beam. So, pretty good pickup. I mean, the time spent to get there nullifies the advantage it gives. But I would say worth. Definitely worth for Team 3. Yeah, that's a... I apologize, Croc, for doubting you in Area Rando. I usually never see Croc of anything good in these seats. Ooh, Azur missing the quick grapple kill there. He's gonna have to either swarm out. Nope, he's gonna wait it out for Dragon to swoop close enough to those electrically charged ports. And the shrimp is being fried. That is the third boss down for Aster. And don't remember what was back here. Okay, it was another E-Tank. He will decline that pickup. And PvB finding the aqueduct. That's exactly where she wants to go. She can actually check the sandpit location on the way, well, because she has to take the long way, at least by logic, to get to the Meridia boss location. So this is, and we're in the same room. You might as well check the item. Wave beam. That is, I believe, the best thing she could have found, given what we've seen. Oh, but she falls through the blocks. Yes, yes. Good for her. She is going back to pick up the wave beam. Azure, meanwhile, making quick work to catch up to where his teammate is. These mid-air morphs are never fun with the high jump boots on. And meanwhile, Team 3, they're doing some more scouting. Obviously, Zero wants both that gravity suit and the ice beam. She will collect. Rusty currently in West Meridia. This is where, unfortunately, I do not remember exactly where the portal to East Meridia was. So I'm not sure whether he has a access over here. But at the very least, you can go check this Mama Turtle location. Another thing that, unfortunately, Team 3 do not have knowledge on, looks like right now, is that charge beam location. And that's not going to be here, obviously. And, oh, another reserve tank. That might be reserve tank number 4. It's either 3 or 4, I know that for sure. And Rusty is going to head up the top of Meridia portal. And that's to the wrecked ship. Not going to be useful. While Azure is already starting his Ridley fight. Has a really powerful charged beam, the wave plasma, with some super missiles to supplement that. This will be a pretty free fight for him. And I mean, Shaktool's digging, and then yeah, there Ridley's already down. This is looking pretty jet for Shaktool's digging game. I mean, Azure also going to check that Ridley item for good measure, and doesn't need tank. But I mean, G4 is already finished for Azure, and he knows where to go. PvB is just going to follow him down to Lower North Fair. Kill Kraid on the way, make that side trip, and head over to G4 after that. And looks like Ridley's down, but kind of being a troll, of course, with that pickup. Yeah, and it looks like for Team 3, Rusty was trying to find that aqueduct entrance, but unfortunately unable to so far. as we see just the starting area, the meme room behind the that West Meridian door. Ooh, took that Rusty took that spark charge up the elevator, but unfortunately gooped it right next to the elevator. And it looks like he's gonna stay here. Now, I do not remember exactly. There are technically two ways, I believe, connections to East Meridian. I don't exactly know what's the fastest way from where Rusty is, but I guess he might be looking to either look for charge, or okay, he's heading back over west to these two portals over here. And a high five from Azure and Zero Lane. And of course, Azure knows where the North Fair portal is. As I said, there is only one way to G4, given there's only two exits, portals from this lower North Fair area. Rusty, meanwhile, is over here. I believe this was Dragon. I was about to do his Dragon fight. And okay, yeah. Both a energy recharge and missile recharge. Might as well take that. Yeah, I don't believe West Meridia was needed at all for this seed, just because they had early access to Lower North Fair. You don't need to go West Meridia, obviously, to go to East Meridia. So yeah, this was a. I mean, this was. We'll see what happens as they finish, but this is a very, very well-routed seed from Shaktool's game. And Rusty with a couple of options for this Dragon kill. We'll start off with some Shine Sparks. Gets a nice setup on the first one. Likely be going for a quick grapple kill once she slows down. And he sets up the spot. And gets it. Nice job, Iron Rusty. And Azure already, I mean, under 50 minutes and already into his Turian clear. And also, benefit of course of the area rando is how you get a free refill when going down the elevator. So he already had lots of power bombs available anyway, but Polar Bear Bunny will also reap the benefits, of course, with having those 15 available PBs. Will not need any map tracks. We'll have enough power bombs to kill off all the Metroids in these rooms here. And PvB heading into her crate fight. Always nice when crate is the last boss you have to fight. And crate should be the one trembling with the items that PvP has. She's gonna go for the quick kill also and gets it. Very nice job, Polar Bear Bunny. And Iron Rusty though was able to stop by X-Ray and find Charge Beam for his team. That's really good for them, as they won't have to worry about ammo anymore. Now it looks like, oh, actually look like they both have it. That's good. And Zero, there you go. Gets the grapple kill on Dragon. So that is Dragon now down for both of Team 3. Oh, and it looks like in the meantime, Azure unfortunately not able to get the baby skip, or he could have either intentional or missed it. Oh well, getting the refill there. But let's see. Yeah, we'll have to use ammo for these Zebatites. With 25 and 25, it's plenty. Yeah, he has plenty. I don't believe it's gonna be even close to. Well, you don't want to waste too much ammo, but yeah, tons of ammo here for the glass. And looks like he is now into his Mother Brain 2 phase. And of course, PvP with even more ammo and health. This will be even. This will be a that much more comfier of a Turian. I don't anticipate her having any problems as well. Oh, although she looks like. Oh no, this is right. Yes, this is the faster way. Forgot going from right to left. And Iron Rusty and Zero clearing Murray to the best of her ability as well. Rusty the first to be at his Ridley fight, but Zero following shortly behind. And I mean, I didn't even get to commentate Azure. he sees through the Mother Brain, or finished the Mother Brain 2 phase. I blinked and missed it. And PvB, she makes her way into Turian. Also gonna have a great time here. Or be finishing with a great time. We'll take that delicious refill. The refilling elevator. A nice fight by Rusty, of course. With the Ridley. And looks like he still has one boss to clear. But yeah, we'll have to see how Team 3 deals again with finding the G4. I know that they do track the areas, the area maps, manually. So I believe they should have very few checks left, if at all, before knowing where the G4 location is. Which will actually work out for Rusty too, since of course we know that G4 is next to where Crate is in Lower Norfair. As they're already in the Mother Brain 3 phase. And already down for Aster. Nearly a sub 55 for him. That is going to be that's what he's going to get. Team 3, of course, it looks like they both took down Ridley. And now going to be looking for that G4. Again, not sure how many checks they have. I mean, I'm hoping at least for Iron Rusty that they at least have the knowledge before he heads down into Lower Norfair. Because, and of course, the worst thing you want to do is take down Kraid and at least not check that portal. And meanwhile, Astor is casually making his way out of the portal into the last area, onto the ship, and finishing with an official time of 56 minutes and 3 seconds. That is really impressive. I cannot emphasize that enough. By Shaktool's digging game. GG to Astor, and assuming that a disaster does not happen to Polar Bear Bunny, she will also be finishing quite shortly here as she enters the Zeb's room. Gonna, of course, have to do the Zeb skip with no quick way to avoid these Zebs. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, definitely looks like Team 3 does now have the knowledge of where G4 has to be. So, good for them. Zero is definitely just make a beeline first toward the, well, I mean, reverse amphitheater up and around to the lava dive entrance. Well, Rusty, of course, gonna have to take the quick pit stop and defeat Kraid first. Flipper Bunny taking some damage, but already through to the Mother Brain 3 phase, or the cutscene for the Mother Brain 3 phase. She can sit back and relax for a little bit as this cutscene plays out. And actually, in terms of items, let's see, I believe we did not see the Spazer Beam or the regular bombs or Spring Ball. So I'll be on the lookout in that, in the credits. I mean, I personally would love to see a vanilla Spring Ball. Haven't had that in a while. And Rusty, very nice. Also getting the quick kill. I believe we may have had 4 for 4 on Kraid quick kill today. Looks like Spazer was at the GT location. Bomb was at Plasma. Spring Ball was at the Gauntlet. So, just an E-Tank for Shaq today. And Zero going to be the first to make it into Turian for his team. Has that Ice Beam, so we'll have a much faster time with these Metroids. Gets a nice group in room 2. Looks like Zero is damaging himself down. Yeah, not gonna go for a baby skip either. As Polar Bear Money at the climb. Fortunately, again, no speed booster. We'll have to do these pesky wall jumps up the climb shaft. And Rusty, meanwhile, is also almost in the turn. So pretty well played by Team 3 as well. But unfortunately today, Shaktool were really, well, the digging game were really on top of their strategy here. As Polar Bear Bunny is finishing up with an official time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 43 seconds. GG Shaktool's digging game. We will see if they come in here for an interview, as they are going to end the season as the first seed with a record of 13-1. A clear 2 games ahead of all the other teams. And we are now joined by Shaktool's digging game. Take a bow, you two, because that was about as clean as it gets in terms of area rando.
Thank you.
That was a lot better than yesterday.
Yes, that's true. I did remember yesterday's seed having some pretty troll stuff in it. But this one, I mean, a lot friendlier. I mean, I guess any comments on your thoughts of your strategy and what you encountered in the seed?
We encountered all the things that we needed to go with. It was actually insane that we didn't end up finding West Meridian at all.
Yeah, that's really crazy, actually. Just, I think everything pretty much lined up to where, I mean, I already knew once you saw the, I believe, the gravity suit, you guys definitely knew you had everything you needed, so there's just no point in checking anything that was out of the way.
Yeah, so even though going all the way through Lower Norfair to a dead-end G4 seemed like a waste of time, that put us in go mode, and that prevented us from feeling the need to check a lot of other entrances that were available in Norfair. There is a pretty big rabbit hole that we could have gone down.
Oh yeah, that was really nice to see too, because how, I mean, like, the save scum was convenient, and like just knowing that information early, because I know that Team 3 I had to spend at least a little bit of time walking around what is it, West Meridia, before they realized where the G4 location was.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky. It was looking like it was gonna be just a hunt for G4 at the end. Yeah, lots of entrances we didn't have to check. And I really liked that we could just get gravity and leave Croc. Didn't even have to do the cutscene.
Oh, I did the cutscene. Whoops, I forgot. I forgot. I didn't. I've never encountered that situation.
Bad player.
Oh my god, we could have had.
I mentioned it like twice. Like,
I didn't hear you mention it at all.
If I leave now, I can skip the cutscene and just not check that out.
I heard you. I didn't hear you say the word about the cutscene. Maybe I heard it and then I didn't understand. But I was mostly filling in the blank in my brain that it was just to avoid checking the second item.
Which of course was either ice or speed, whichever one you said.
Yeah, it was actually Ice Beam, but I think the time would have pretty much canceled out anyway. The time it saves. Yeah, so Team 3, I mean, they've just did everything a little bit more thorough. Oh, they gambled on ship first. Yeah, that's what they did. Because I believe Iron Rusty was the first there, saw the Vanilla Phantoon, and he even told, I believe, Zero Lane to go up there also to commit the ship, which definitely made sense, but unfortunately, just find a speed booster, which was not required for this seed, so that didn't pay off for them.
Yeah, when she found out that it was Vanilla Phantoon, I was just like, oh, that's really good, because that means that there's a very good chance that they went wreck ship early and full cleared the whole thing.
Especially with getting speed there, then you definitely want to clear the whole thing. We thought about having one of us go back to the wreck ship at one point, didn't we?
Yeah, but I thought it would be better to do some of the other areas first and try to find Phantoon first.
Yeah, that's true. And you remembered the right way back to Lower Norfair? I remembered a very long way back to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, because you two don't do manual tracking, right? So I saw Astra's routing. I was like, I'm just gonna assume that this was a convenient, if not the fastest way back.
I try to write down the entrances, but I don't use an actual track. I have a notepad for it.
I also like how you still, what was it, Polar Bear? You committed to getting that wave beam. I got worried for a second.
I was like,
We had to grab it.
Like, I can't get this trick. I'm so bad at getting up there without sprinkler bombs.
I also know, I mean, well, I don't know, like, how you're supposed to just wiggle around, get the item.
Yeah.
I know you can do that.
Azura's taught me how to do that at least 3 times, and I just always forget. And so it's just I have it written down somewhere, but who knows where that is.
That's a turnaround cancel. You face left, hold an angle button, and you I forget the order of the inputs. You either let go of angle. You turn right and let go of angle in the middle of turning right, and it cancels it. It makes you face left again, but it pushes you to the right 1 pixel.
That's okay. 1 power bomb will do the trick.
Yeah, it's face left, hold angle, and then hit right and release angle.
Ooh, Rusty. Gotta save the animals too.
Yay.
We'll see if they come in for an interview. Did they interview yesterday?
Yes.
Yep.
Rusty is gonna finish with the official SRL time of 1 hour and 10 minutes and 2 seconds. GG to Iron Rusty and Team 3. Some pretty solid times by them also.
Yeah. Very nice seed.
I guess while we're waiting for them, I mean, obviously, 13-1, really impressive. What do you think about how the season went and why do you think it went so well? Oh, well, there they are too. Hi, Rusty and
Hey.
Zero. GG.
Hey,
GG's.
GG.
I'd like to lodge
It
my
is.
formal complaint that seed was nothing like the one from yesterday.
Yeah, but not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun time juggling the different suits and then where to go and which bosses were there, and it all kind of was on the table pretty
Mhm.
quickly.
Endgame was nice because everything required connected to Red Star.
That's true. Like all the Red Tower stuff gave you a lot of access to a lot of things really quickly, and then the boss layout was fine. The item layout was fine. I'm glad I remembered to check X-ray when I did, because I was walking right by it and I went past it for a second. I went, this might be something.
Yeah, but we got pretty lucky because we hit go mode before ever finding West Meridia at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hunt for gravity for us. We found everything except gravity and trying to get the ammo or charge. So that was a bit of a hunt.
Always bet on Croc, even if you don't know where Croc is.
Yeah, you gotta find Croc to bet on Croc.
That's right. When I found Croc, and I had just gotten Plasma at Wave Beam, but I didn't have Charge yet. We knew where Charge was, but I didn't have it yet. So I was kind of sad about that, but no
Yeah,
big
get to
deal.
moonwalk with Croc.
Exactly. I don't use Moonwalk anyway, but
Okay.
still.
Well, sort of not too much to say about that one. It was pretty straightforward, and I think we all probably performed pretty well. I don't feel like we made any major mistakes on our team.
He did say, I hope we don't have to do this acid dive to find something. It's like, well, everything else added up. Well, guess where Torian is. Okay. Go take a dive in the hot tub.
Yeah, I was just talking to the Shaktool's digging game how it was really just the seed was honestly just kind of straightforward enough, and the play they made was correct because neither of them committed the ship at all. In fact, I don't even think they did ship until after go mode. While you guys saw the Fantoon, and I think honestly pretty prudently thought that there was something important there. And the attic was a complete bust, so that was a big time lost there. It's unfortunate.
That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
A bit, but it seemed the thing to do at the time, since we knew that we were far enough apart that only one of us would have to do the actual loop to figure out what was up there.
I was just
Yeah,
having
that was-
some checks
that
that
was
weren't
smart,
Suez
too.
Meridia or
I didn't notice that.
Hellrise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then, Rusty and I seem to stay pretty close together in terms of time and placement pretty much throughout. Even the 2 times we sort of diverged big time to do different things, we ended up kind of back near each other once we were done.
Yeah, Azure scouted Lower Norfair first, but other than that, when we were
course he did.
finishing our other bosses, I think we were in Dragon at about the same time.
I think the races that, both the races we did, we were really close together once we were in go mode, but we were in completely different places before go mode, which I think works out really well, actually.
I think that's a viable strategy. Be let's deliberately split up if we have a chance to, and cover more ground. Or is it really case dependent on what's going on? Because with this seed at the beginning it was there was only really one way to go, so we were kind of in lockstep for several minutes at the beginning of the seed.
Yeah, it didn't stay too bad. Once we got power bombs, and then she found grapple at Terminator, I was just okay, I'm gonna grab that and then go back and check X-ray, and then I guess there's other stuff I can check the tube entrance as well, and then we both ended up at opposite ends of Green Star. But it is case by case, really. Every seed can be very different, but I find in these checking as many different things as possible seems to help.
All right.
I don't think that's true for all co-op formats. Like, it's not necessarily true for like Link to the Past. I don't think you guys play that though. But
Oh,
for SM Area
Rusty
Rando, I think
does.
it is.
A little bit.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, we split up because I had found the top of Norfair elevator, and so I checked the crate entrance and I knew where Lower Norfair was, and then that's when we split up. I did the rest of Upper Norfair, and he went to Lower Norfair.
Upper Norfair is a trap again. See,
Yeah, it's very, very true. It's so enticing because, especially with the Varia suit, because like, oh, Bubble Mountain, you can just like
oh, I can
go a
get
little over
everything.
here, a little over there, find all the stuff. But again, like I don't think there was any big mistakes kind of along the way, probably on either of our team's parts on that one. It was just a good old fashioned fight.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
GG's.
yeah. So I was mentioning, as it's the end of the season, both of you guys are actually in the playoffs. Excited for that.
Cool.
What do you guys how you guys feel about the season and heading into the playoffs? Any strategies or things in mind?
I might actually figure out how the playoffs work.
That's true. I'm not
Yeah,
sure myself.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like, just tell me where to be. I'll be there.
Yeah, it's I think all three of us first year in Rando League. It was real fun to put a team together and learn together and kind of build off of one another. And we got Mr. Fox on our team too, and it's just really great to be part of it all and grab a few wins and happy to keep going and just happy to be here. I'm wide-eyed and just in awe of all the great competition and all the great runners, and so I'm just really happy to be part of it and keep on going in the playoffs.
Yeah, I've been enjoying carrying my team to first place.
Nice.
But no, I don't know. I'm a little nervous for the playoffs because I'm definitely the weaker player on the team, so I don't want to put my team in a position where like they have to win their races, otherwise we're out, kind of thing. But that's probably how it's gonna be.
I mean, it's worked out fine throughout the season so far.
Yeah.
We won almost every game, anyways.
I've done one race by myself. One. Everything else has been.
We talked about too, like Junie would just be like on a team and then just like have two other people, but Junie would be the actual only person like on the team. Like maybe he just has 3 accounts. He's doing a co-op like by himself with 2 controllers.
I don't think so.
Oh, his name is Junie June after all. The name mostly repeats itself.
Mm-hmm. A big thanks to everybody behind the scenes who's been organizing everything too, because there's been a lot of thought that's gone into it and a lot of last minute kind of adjustments and considerations, and it must have been a little bit challenging at least. So kudos to everybody who had to put it all together.
Appreciate you.
It's very different from the previous SM Rando League seasons because this year they tried to do something a little different and do something similar to the Link to the Past Rando League format. So like teams weren't a thing before for us, so this is all new for them. And I found the format really enjoyable, a bit more so than doing like kind of the same type of rando every week.
Yep, the variety.
The flexibility of it all and doing different kinds of rando because there's so many different kinds and everybody's got their own kind of specialty. So I really appreciated that, sort of working as a team, strategizing, learning the different styles and getting good at it. It's really fun.
I liked it too.
Excellent. We're done so much earlier than I was anticipating.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we'll see how the playoffs and the what changes we have for next season. But I mean, as a technically an outsider, I enjoyed the season a lot. You know, kind of bummed that I came in a little late, but I might see if I can try my hand at it next year too.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
And as I am manually doing, be sure to follow these very great runners and kind people in the chat, as well as our awesome, not a dingus tracker, 2D Tones. And yeah, I mean, any final comments from you guys?
No, that's it.
Yeah, just excited to see what the playoffs have in store, and yeah, fun times.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to probably race someone from Life Faster in round 1. I kind of secretly hope that division goes to like a big mess of a 6-8 tiebreaker.
Yeah, thanks everybody for putting this on, and GG's to Team 3.
Yeah,
GG's.
GG guys. Actually, I think I'm just checking. I believe the Gravity Skip won their game. Yeah, it's Phoenix's team.
Hmm.
Yeah, so fortunately, no tiebreaker needed there, so they're automatically qualified.
I forgot their race was earlier than ours. So okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. So I'm still not sure how the seeding's gonna work, but the playoffs look quite interesting. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Mhm.
In terms of races, actually, there is a few more races coming up. Finish out the season. We definitely have a race at 7 p.m. Highland Space Jump Frogs versus Noobs VR. That is, I believe, yeah, Ace and Tracy's team versus Asvel and Zopa. Looks to be a fun race, and if they are streamed, I'm not positive we'll have a stream. There are 2 more races, or there's a match between the Cooked Aussies and Team Pro Gamer Girls. That'll be the final match of the season. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Again, make sure to follow these racers and our tracker, and we will see you next time.
See you next mission.